When you hear about artificial intelligence, what's the first image that comes to mind? Probably engineers in Silicon Valley, big corporations, complex code, and language that's hard to understand, right? Now picture this. What if I told you there's a quiet new movement, led by women like you and me, who are creating their own AI tools? Tools designed specifically for our challenges, our routines, and the way we think, feel, and lead. Yes, this is happening right now. For decades, the tech world has been shaped by a single perspective: male, linear, and highly technical. But now, women are taking the lead in innovation, creating solutions that not only work, but truly make sense for our lives. This revolution isn't on magazine covers. It's happening behind the scenes, in startups, in independent projects, in developer groups run by women who got tired of waiting for the market to build something that actually reflects who we are. And the most amazing part, these tools aren't complicated. They're practical, intuitive, made for real life, created by women who know what it's like to work, study, run a household, lead a business, and still want time for themselves. These are technologies built with empathy, with awareness, with purpose. They get that productivity isn't just about doing more. It's about doing things with balance. They understand that intelligence isn't just about performance. It's about context, sensitivity, and knowing how to adapt. And the best part, these tools are real. They're available, and you can start using them today. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the world of women-led AI. Tools built by incredible women who are reshaping how technology can support, uplift, and empower other women. We're not talking about the future. We're talking about right now. And if you've never heard of this before, maybe it's because no one ever showed it to you. But I will, because if there's a place in tech that was made for you, this is it. For a long time, artificial intelligence was almost exclusively a male space. Offices full of engineers, data scientists, executives, all fitting the same mold: male, white, elite. The result: technologies developed from a narrow point of view, one that ignores the full range of human experience, especially the female experience. But that's changing, and it's changing fast. Today, a new generation of women is taking center stage in tech innovation. They're engineers, developers, leaders, and entrepreneurs who chose to build AI tools based on something traditional AI has always ignored: our lived experience. Women are now creating AI that understands our routines, our needs, and, most importantly, our real challenges. And more than that, they're opening doors so more women can access opportunities in tech, not just as users, but as creators and decision makers. There are several powerful, women-led initiatives showing how tech can be empathetic, useful, and truly transformative. One of them is Reclaim AI, a time management tool co-founded by women, born out of the need to help people organize their schedules with more intelligence and balance. But what makes Reclaim truly special is that it was designed with multitasking women in mind. It understands the overwhelm of double or even triple workloads. It syncs your appointments, blocks off time for focus, self-care, and rest. It works almost like a personal assistant that actually respects your boundaries and priorities. Unlike most smart calendars, Reclaim takes into account things like hormonal cycles, burnout patterns, and other factors that directly affect women's performance and well-being. It's a calendar with empathy, built for women who are constantly trying to make everything work. Another initiative that's gaining momentum is to NYAI, a voice assistant developed by a women-led team with a special focus on entrepreneurial moms. Toonie goes far beyond traditional commands. She recognizes emotions, senses stress patterns, and responds with compassion. In moments of overwhelm, she suggests breaks, sends reminders to drink water, and even shares words of encouragement. But she's also practical. Toonie helps create content using your voice, organizes household tasks, supports business planning, and automates workflows. What's especially powerful is that Toonie speaks the language of the women who use her, including regional variations of Portuguese spoken by women from different areas. This kind of linguistic personalization shows how much thought was given to inclusion and representation. And when we talk about empowerment and opportunity, Her Code deserves the spotlight. Founded by Black women from Latin America and Africa, this educational platform is on a mission to prepare other women to thrive in artificial intelligence, programming, and automation. With a direct, welcoming, and accessible approach, Her Code offers gamified tutorials, personalized learning paths, and a mentorship ecosystem built by and for women. The idea is simple: teach tech in a way that's practical and liberating. But it's more than that. It's a project that breaks structural barriers and proves that Black women can absolutely lead in the most strategic spaces of the tech world. In just a few months of training, many students report increased income, job offers from international companies, and even the launch of their own businesses. Her Code isn't just a school, it's a movement for transformation. These tools represent more than innovation. They reflect a deep shift in how technology is being imagined and applied. For a long time, we were led to believe that tech wasn't for us. We were cast as passive users, when in reality, we bring some of the most complete and human-centered perspectives to building real AI solutions. When women create technology, they build it based on experience, with empathy, with active listening, with intuition. It's not just about productivity. It's about self-care, creating space, and finding your voice. These tools were born out of real needs. They didn't come from cold boardrooms. They came from conversations among tired, overwhelmed women, frustrated by the lack of tools that actually understood their daily lives. They were born from questions many of us have asked ourselves in silence. Why isn't there a planner that respects my pace? Why is it so hard to learn tech as a woman? Why do tools feel like they were made by people who've never lived what I live? Now, those questions have answers. They've taken shape in code, in interfaces, in features that respect our reality. And most importantly, they're within reach. These tools aren't just for experts. They're for any woman who wants to gain time, balance, knowledge, and autonomy. They were built for you, the woman looking for tools that actually fit into your life, that speak your language, and truly help you grow. That's why representation matters so much. When we see a woman building something like Toonie, we finally feel seen and heard. When we discover projects like Her Code, we realize that tech can also be a bridge to social justice. It's not just about innovation, it's about inclusion. And that changes everything. Women-led AI isn't just a trend, it's a revolution in motion. And you can be part of it. In the next section, I'll show you exactly how to bring these tools into your daily life. Starting today, you'll see that you don't need to be technical or an expert. All it takes is one first step and a willingness to let technology work for you, in your way, and on your terms. These tools created by women aren't just innovative, they're deeply transformative because they were designed with empathy, built with purpose, and structured to make a real impact in the lives of those who need it most. Everyday women, navigating busy lives, juggling multiple roles, and working with little room for error. The breakthrough is this. These solutions don't require technical knowledge or big investments. They're practical, accessible, and ready to be used right now by any woman who wants to take control of her schedule, her career, and her life. Maybe you're sitting there thinking that AI still feels distant, complicated, or not for you. But the truth is, artificial intelligence can be simple, light, and totally adapted to your reality. And when it's created by other women, it's built in a way that's more human, more thoughtful, and more connected to what we actually live every single day. If you want to work less, organize your routine better, learn something new, or finally bring the digital business idea out of your head and into the world, there's a women-led AI waiting for you. Let's take Anna's story, for example. She's a mom of 2 small kids, works part-time as a freelance designer, and still manages the house almost entirely on her own. Like so many women, Anna used to say she didn't have time for anything. She couldn't study, couldn't rest, couldn't grow in her career. One day, a friend told her about Reclaim. At first, she thought it was just another digital planner, like so many others out there. But within minutes, she realized this tool was different. Reclaim completely reorganized Anna's routine based on her priorities. It blocked out time for focused work, reminded her to take breaks, and balanced her deadlines with moments of self-care. Just by automating a few simple tasks, Anna freed up 6 hours a week. That's right, almost a full day of freedom she didn't have before. With that extra time, she got back into yoga, resumed a course on personal branding, and in less than 2 months, she was already charging more for her projects. Anna didn't need to change careers. She just needed a tool that respected her pace and helped her optimize what she already did. That's just one example of how AI can quietly enter your life, without complications. But it doesn't stop there. Now let's meet Carla. She's 28 years old, sells handmade products online, and dreams of turning her Instagram into a real digital store. But she has no time, doesn't know anything about marketing, and always feels alone in her journey. When she discovered Tuni, everything started to change. Carla began using voice commands to write product descriptions, schedule posts, and even brainstorm real ideas. Tuni listened to her voice messages, picked up on her tone, suggested better headlines, optimized her texts for SEO, and helped organize her weekly tasks. With just that support, Carla increased her sales by 40% in the very first month. And the most beautiful part, she felt accompanied. For the first time, a piece of technology really talked to her, understood her doubts, respected her moments of exhaustion, and still encouraged her dreams. When we say technology can be inclusive, this is what we mean. AI doesn't have to be some far-off world full of jargon, impossible code, and overwhelming dashboards. When it's built by women, it becomes an extension of our lives. It fits, it supports, it lightens the load, and it might just be the nudge you need to move forward. Maybe you're thinking about changing careers but feel like it's too late. Maybe you want to start a business but don't know where to begin. Maybe you feel like you're falling behind in the job market because tech feels out of reach. I want you to know, all of that can change. And no, you don't have to become a programmer or a data scientist. You just need to learn how to use the right tools, one step at a time. Start small. Pick one tool that solves one practical problem in your life. Maybe it's a planner like Reclaim. Maybe it's a voice assistant like Tuni. Or maybe it's a community like HerCode, where you can take quick, hands-on courses in applied AI. The important thing is to start, because every minute you delay learning this is a minute you stay stuck in a system that doesn't reflect who you are. And the job market is changing. Companies are already looking for professionals who know how to handle automation, digital productivity, and AI tools. Even those with just a basic understanding are already ahead of the game. And what's most exciting is that these women-led tools don't just teach you how to use AI. They empower you to create new solutions, position yourself better, sell more confidently, and negotiate with greater clarity. They don't just deliver skills, they deliver vision. And vision is what transforms lives. Women who used AI to gain back their time have returned to school. Others who automated their workflows finally found space to care for themselves. Some who learned through platforms like HerCode discovered they could teach other women and ended up building new income streams, more stable and better aligned with their values. When you apply technology with purpose, you don't just improve your routine, you transform your environment. Because every time a woman frees herself from burnout, she inspires others to do the same. Every time a woman learns how to use AI to launch a business, she opens the path for others to believe it's possible too. And every woman who feels confident in tech breaks a barrier that once felt impossible to cross. This revolution is already underway. And the most beautiful part, it doesn't require you to be perfect, or a genius, or an expert. It only asks you to begin, to give yourself permission to try, to believe that yes, it is possible, because it is. There are tools made by women, with care, with strategy, with empathy. They were created for you, by people who have lived what you live, and they're ready to help you right now. This is the new era of AI, an era where technology serves life, not the other way around. An era where intelligence means empathy, where inclusion isn't an empty promise, but a reality built by women's hands in every corner of the world. And you are part of that. In the next section, we're going to talk about why it's so important to act now, why waiting could cost you valuable opportunities, and how you can join this movement in a way that feels light, on your terms, but without missing the chances that are emerging today. Because the world isn't going to pause, but you can choose not to get left behind. There are moments in life when timing is everything, not because time is scarce in itself, but because the way we respond to what's happening around us will decide whether we lead the change or chase after it once it's already passed. And this, right now, is one of those moments. Artificial intelligence is transforming the job market, the way we work, the way we learn, the way we build businesses, the way we communicate. And this is no longer about the future. This is about now. While many people are still trying to figure out what AI even means, trying to make sense of these tools, others are already taking full advantage of what they offer. And sadly, most women are still outside of this movement. Very few women know about these tools made by other women. Even fewer are testing, exploring, and mastering the platforms that could completely transform their routines and careers. And those who start using them first move ahead. It's that simple. The women-led AI revolution is quiet. It's not in flashy ads. It's not in TV commercials. It's happening behind the scenes, in communities, in one-on-one conversations, in whispers between women who decided they weren't going to wait anymore. Women who started seeking out practical, accessible tools created by others who understand their reality. These women are getting ahead. They're gaining time. They're building income. They're reclaiming their freedom. And all of this started because they made a single decision: to stop waiting for someone to explain or give them permission. You can keep waiting, waiting to understand better, waiting until you have more time, waiting for extra money, waiting for someone close to you to start first, so you can ask how it works later. But every day you wait is a missed chance to get ahead. What's an opportunity today might become a standard tomorrow. And once it becomes standard, you won't stand out for knowing. You'll be expected to already know. You'll be evaluated on whether you're prepared. And then, what could be your edge right now will just be a basic requirement. Don't wait for that moment to realize time has passed. Companies are already moving. They want professionals who can work with AI tools, automation, and smart productivity. They're hiring now. They're training now. They're selecting candidates now. But they're looking in places where most women still aren't looking. If you want to be among those chosen, you need to show up. You need to start. Because while you're still deciding whether or not to begin, someone else already has. And this isn't just about formal jobs, and it applies just as much to entrepreneurship. The most profitable businesses right now are using AI to lower costs, move faster, personalize customer experiences, and create content consistently. If you have a business idea but don't know how to bring it to life, this might be the missing piece. And if you already run a business but feel stuck because of time constraints, these tools might be the boost you need to grow. A lot of women tell me they don't have time to learn about AI. But here's what they don't realize. AI exists to give you back the time you're missing. It's not about adding more to your to-do list. It's about removing tasks that can be automated. It's about simplifying what currently eats up hours of your day. That's why taking action now makes all the difference. The sooner you understand this, the sooner you'll start gaining time, energy, and mental clarity. And here's another key point. The tools I'm showing you still aren't widely known. They're still under the radar, which means that if you start now, you can become the go-to person among your friends, your team, your company, your community. You can be the one who teaches, who shares, who leads this transformation. And when you take on that role, you build authority, you build trust, you create opportunity. That's how new leaders are born, new educators, new experts. They're not the ones who know everything. They're the ones who started earlier, the ones who took the first step without all the answers, who failed, tested, adapted, and kept going. They're the ones who understood that time is too precious to waste being afraid to start, who didn't wait for anyone's approval, who simply made the decision to take control. And that's exactly why this video exists. Because no one is going to knock on your door to tell you that there are tools created by women with empathy, intelligence, and vision, ready to help you change your reality. No one's going to call you up to say, hey, you can save hours every week with automation. No one told you? You can launch a business with smart support. You can learn AI from scratch with clear, simple language. No one's going to do that for you, but you can do it for yourself. The decision is in your hands. You can either take advantage of this moment, while hardly anyone is paying attention, or you can watch from the sidelines as other women move forward. Because they are moving forward, they're mastering tools, they're building projects, they're being invited to lead. And it all started with one simple choice: to stop waiting and start exploring. If you're hearing this right now, it means you're already one step ahead of most people. But listening alone isn't enough. You have to act, and that action can be small. It could mean watching a quick tutorial, trying out a new tool, joining a community, running a voice command, building a more efficient routine. Any step is better than standing still, and every step you take now, with calm, with intuition, with intention, will save you hours, days, maybe even years down the road. The urgency here isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up, to remind you that the world won't stop and wait for you to feel ready. Because the truth is, most women never feel completely ready. We've been taught to doubt ourselves, to hesitate, to wait for validation. But that has to change, and it is changing. More and more women are taking the lead in their own growth. And you can be one of them. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. What makes this moment so valuable is that you still have the chance to act while no one's watching. While this is still new, while there are still open spaces waiting to be filled. Because soon, the market will catch up. These tools will go mainstream. Companies will start demanding them. And you might look back and think, I could have started earlier, calmly, at my own pace. But now, you're racing against time. You don't have to race. You can go at your own rhythm. But you do have to start. You have to choose not to delay. Because technology isn't waiting for anyone, but it can take you with it, if you decide to walk alongside it. And when that happens, you'll realize that the version of your life that once felt overwhelming, distant, and hard to change is finally behind you. Women-led AI is here, quiet, ready, revolutionary. If you made it this far, it's because something in this message resonated with you. Maybe it was recognizing a reality you live every day. Maybe it was the surprise of discovering that yes, there are women creating incredible AI tools. Or maybe it was the spark of realizing that you can be part of this too. But now I want to hear from you. Tell me, have you heard of any of these women-created tools before? Which one stood out to you the most? Which one would you like to try today? I really want to hear your thoughts, because this space is for that. For sharing, for connection, for collective growth. So drop a comment below. Share your experience. Talk about your reality. When you comment, you're not just helping me understand what matters to you. You're also inspiring other women who are facing the same doubts, the same challenges, the same fears. And sometimes, just one sentence from you can be the push another woman needs to take her first step. And if you know a friend who's feeling overwhelmed, lost, or dreaming of starting something new, share this video with her. Send it on WhatsApp. Drop it in the group chat. Post it to your stories. Because the more women discover that there is AI made by and for women, the stronger this network of transformation becomes. And you can be the bridge between someone's problem and their solution. Now, if you liked this content, if it opened your eyes, gave you clarity, or lit a spark inside you, I have a special invitation. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to build an online business using only free AI tools. That's right, no expensive software, no team required, no need to be a tech expert, just a simple, practical, doable step-by-step, designed especially for women who want financial freedom but don't know where to start. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and get ready, because what's coming next will give you more tools, more inspiration, and most importantly, more freedom. The AI revolution has already begun, and now that you've seen its feminine, empathetic, and accessible side, the choice is yours. Will you stay still, watching from a distance, or will you rise and become part of it? I hope to see you in the comments. I hope to see you in the next video. And most of all, I hope you believe in yourself, because you already have everything you need to. Start now. See you there.